Oh no, oh no, oh no, yo, oh no, you didn't. Sucker tried to play me, but you never paid me, never. Oh no, you didn't. Payback is a coming, you will be running forever. Oh no, you didn't. Until I get my vengeance, I will never end this mayhem. Oh no, you didn't. I'm a mercenary, you ain't got a prayer, you owe me.
Mercenaries 2, rated T for teen.
Alright folks, good morning and hello to Hordian. This might come as a surprise, but those with astute eyes might have noticed that today is actually going to be Mercenaries 2 rolled in flames. That is poking out from under the thing there. Also, it's not capturing the correct window. Window! There you go, that's a proper one. Bug on my face? What you talking about, Hordian? Ideally, what the plan would have been was to... Oh! The one on my face, the beetle. Larry. I'll talk about Larry in a second. But... the ideal plan would have been to play Mercenaries 2, either immediately after Mercenaries 1 for the comparison, or after Just Cause 2. Since Just Cause 2 was the... Just Cause 2 kind of came like a year after, right? A year after Mercenaries 2, so it was more pure with it. So either directly compare Mercenaries 2 to Mercenaries 1, or directly compare Mercenaries 2 towards another game that, I don't want to say copy, but was in the same style in so many ways, even down to oil being the giant thing that's going to cause World War III. But I couldn't get this to work. No matter how many different settings I tried on RPCS3, the most I was able to do was to get it to play smoothly, but my two options were either the entire game would sound like or as soon as the gunfight started, it would sound like so it had to wait until after Just Cause 3. But what I finally did to get it to work was absolutely nothing. I opened RPCS3 one night after finishing Just Cause 3. I'm like, alright, let me toy around with this some more, see if there's some way I could fix Mercenaries 2. There was an update. I install the update. I turn on Mercenaries. And it just works. It just works without me doing anything on the custom settings I'd put in, on the default settings. So I was tinkering around with like how to make it run a bit more smoothly. Because of the settings I was running, it was kind of like chugging along still, at an unideal frame rate. But the important thing is, it works now. All I had to do was wait for the update, but it works now. PS3 emulation's such a mess, Hordian. It's at least better than Xbox emulation. Since Xbox had so many games that were on every other system and PC, there's not a lot of effort in Xbox emulation, like OG Xbox emulation. That's when I was playing Mercenaries 1. I had to accept having audio every time something was blowing up. Because sadly, that's the best you can get for Xbox, for Mercenaries 1 on Xbox. Were I to stream it on PlayStation instead, were I to emulate PlayStation 2, it would have been no problem because PlayStation emulation has gone so far where it's practically a dream these days. Which is a shame because there are certain OG Xbox exclusives that haven't been ported to anything else. But either way, that's the story of why it's taken so long to finally get around to Mercenaries 2. and why I'm only now getting around, now that the update makes it work. Now, as to your question, Hordian, about the bug on my face there. That's Larry. When I was dating British for a while, when she moved out of home, got a place of her own, she got herself a beetle, a Goliath beetle as a pet, and named it Larry. And so when I visited her, you know, Larry's Larry, so I would feed it its little jelly food, moisten its substrate. When she'd come back from her studies and work, she would take it out of its pen to let it, like, crawl on me and onto my face. He's a big beetle, but he was, like, this big, so he's still, like, pretty small comparative to me. So I was always like, oh my god, gotta be careful pulling him off of me, you're gonna break his legs. I have a save file there already, from having toyed around with things, cause, you know, I gotta go in, gotta make sure the settings all work. Options should be alright. Gotta be playing on my very professional Xbox. Not even Xbox, this is PS3 version. My very professional PS3 controller here. Logitech gamepad, generic PS3. You gonna crash out early? That's perfectly fine, Hordian. I've been seeing your streams, man. I've been seeing you. Putting all that work and effort into your studies, your books. So I know you got stuff that you've been doing, so if you're tired, by all means. Yeah. We're the fuck ton today. Autosave on, vibration on. I do miss vibration. If this thing vibrate, I think it'd be so cool. Video. The subtitles in Mercenaries 2 are a lot less intrusive than in Mercenaries 1. By which I mean in Mercenaries 1, if you have like a cutscene going on, they just put the entire paragraph of text in one giant semi-transparent block. So if there's text on screen, which there is because the cutscenes are typically newsreels, you're not gonna see it. Your choices are subtitles or on-screen text and not both. So here at least, they figured out to not just put the entire paragraph on there, to make it like a normal, sensible thing. Let's turn dialogue and cinematics up. When I was testing around, dialogue and everything else would be around here. Sound effects would be around here. And gunshots would be all the way off the charts. So let's turn dialogue and cinematics up. Manage saves. 8 whole %. All I did was the introductory tutorial. And then take over Solano's base. And that's basically all the actual stuff I've done on it for testing purposes, just to test out, does the map work so I'm not falling through the floor? My first time trying to test this out, I did have like a chunk of area where Matthias was just flying through the ground if he tried to drive over someplace. Had to write out a good way to presenting the stuff in a way that novices could understand without going insane. Bit about the history of how computers came to be. Oh, you gotta have the little how do we get here introductory at the start of the textbook, don't you? In anthropology, we call that the old dead white guys chapter, since the introductory is always going to be like, here's what Baron von whatever was doing, here's what Marx was contributing, and so on, before you get to the good juicy stuff. Delete, save. Am I sure? Absolutely. Extras? Unlockables? A couple of neat and fun videos and YouTube documentaries. That's cool. Keeping it fun for the people who end up reading your stuff. Alright, so I've gone through my own history of how we got to getting this game to work on RPCS3. Went through the settings. Now let's just go into it. The next game in our journey, having gone through Mercenaries 1, Just Cause 2, Just Cause 3, and then back around to Mercenaries 2. Let's go. At this point of the series, I've accepted that Matthias is a default character. He's a man on the box. It's no longer all three of the mercenaries sharing space, sharing explosions behind them. It's all Matthias now. Jennifer Mui and Chris Jacobs have still followed along. Runs faster. Most expensive mercenary on Earth. Focuses on money, nothing else. So she's got the speed bonus that Matthias had in the first game, I'm pretty sure. Chris carries more ammo. Hardy, larger than life. Reacts to the wry smiled and smart-ass remark. Doesn't expect any better. Only problems figuring out who the bad guys are used to be so easy. Now he's not so sure. Imagine if they leaned into that for his plot. Except basically everybody acts like Matthias now. So it's just down, do you want more speed? Do you want more ammo? Or do you want faster health regeneration? Probably tomorrow I'm going to finish a chapter about problem solving and programmatic logic. That is super cool, Hordian, and to be perfectly honest with you, one of the reasons that computers and programming feels like magic to me is because from a layman, right? From somebody on the outside looking in, like, it just has to be magic, doesn't it? Because you had, like, early computational devices that were completely analog. Where you have this giant machine with levers, and you punch in the buttons, you can make it add stuff. And so you had adding machines. And so we've gone from adding machines that took up, like, the size of an entire room to supercomputers, where an entire warehouse would give you, like, 50 megabytes of storage and data. To computers today, with all their remarkable stuff, but it kind of feels like, how did we get here? Like, it looks to me like this, like even just this, requires building up on every other thing prior, right? Like, I can't just get a sheet of metal, a soldering iron, and program a computer. I've got to build up through generations of stuff to even make it think in something that could output in English. That's just remarkable to me. Which makes me wonder, what happens if you take away an essential leg somewhere on that journey? We do have things like Y2K, and what is it now? Is it 2032 or 2035? Where it's like, okay, we gotta update the way we do numbers, otherwise we probably can't continue for a while after this, we gotta update it again. But it makes you think, like, what happens if you lobotomize the computer? Like, what if you just tweak out one little part of its thinking that was developed sometime in the 1970s? Does that make everything else collapse? Matthias thrives on chaos, loves it when governments collapse and things get crazy. It really ain't that magic. Easy for you to say, wizard. Hordian, you speak the Eldritch tongue. You open the magical tome that is written in blood in the language of demons. You're like, yeah, I understand this. Fireball, fireball, fireball. You understand the process, how to break down problems to small parts and build solutions to the smallest parts, and writing list of instructions, how to solve these small problems. You understand how programs work. I did have some practice back when I was a child in school, because Mr. Calderon back in the computer class would teach us basic. Like, we were coming up on the year 2000 and we were learning basic, so I kind of do have some understanding that there's like a little bit of list making, giving it a set of instructions it can understand. And I do know that languages these days are a lot more complex, but also a lot more finesse, a lot more elaborate in the things that they can pull off. But even then, it still feels like, if I dismantled this phone, so I take off the cover, I take off the outside of the phone, take off the screen, so all I'm left are the circuits, I look at that and think, how on earth am I taking this circuit with all the electrons in it and actually weaving all those electrons into A programming language that communicates, that doesn't quite think, but can be programmed. If you try to learn programming by learning how to program, you have to face a mountain of jargon. That's why everybody has to learn from the start, right? It's like learning to speak. It's like learning to walk. You do your baby steps, and eventually, after 8 years, you might learn some more difficult language. Matthias doesn't, says right there, he just likes having fun. Let's have fun with the game. Disguise yourself by hopping to faction vehicles when no one is around. I kind of felt that that was a missing feature in the Just Cause series. Just Cause is kind of back and forth onto how much of your identity was known and how the hostile forces would react to you. Because like in Just Cause 3, for instance, let's just focus on this for now.
It has been a long time since the car.
Yeah, I remember seeing your big ass as you ran away.
The money dried up. I cut my losses. You should have done the same.
I got paid, I always get paid.
I need your guns. No one sees the boss off.
Blanco, this is your friend?
Matthias, this is Ramon Solano.
They put more
Mr.
focus onto the
Solano,
cutscenes
contract?
for Mercenaries
Last week,
2.
General Carlos Carmona and his soldiers attempted
More
a coup.
personal, more
A
cinematic
small
compared to
faction in
the
Carmona's army objected.
boardroom
They
opening.
captured him and are holding him prisoner.
And
you got
TV
some
shorts
great
in,
plans for
in Mercs
General
1.
Carmona and his army.
I have great plans for Venezuela.
So, it's me against a bunch of VZ soldiers.
That's it. Will you accept the contract?
Sure, I'll take your money.
It's also very brisk, it's very to the point. Take us to a scene, blur to the next scene, blur to the next scene.
I've hacked into a CIA satellite. I can see you and most of the area around you. I'm working off a laptop connected to a cell phone here, so don't expect miracles.
Leave the miracles to me. You just keep me pointed in the right direction.
Now that you've done that, you're going to start to introduce the jargon, explain how things you do in real life are called programming. Very Cordian.
Land on the pointy rock.
There's a beach just past those rocks. Just pilot your
I'm
boat
starting to
right
think,
towards it.
Cordian. I'm starting to think that maybe you're putting all this effort right. Have you considered teaching Cordian? Like you're trying to use fun and real life examples, videos, documentaries to help make it more bite-sized and easy digestible. Which makes me wonder if your calling isn't quite... I mean, I guess you could program still and do whatever. But it does make me wonder if you might actually make a remarkable teacher on the
Hold on a
subject.
sec. I'm having one of Solano's helicopter pilots drop in a weapon and some ammo into your current location.
See if they can bring me a couple of motorcycles while they're at it.
Time to get down and dirty. Venezuelan reinforcements ahead. Looks like they're ready for you.
Oh, good. I was starting to get lonely.
It took me a bit to get accustomed to these controls, because instead of left trigger to shoot, or right trigger to shoot, it's right trigger to swap weapons, left
I
trigger
need more ammo.
to swap grenade types. No, it's left on. No, because it is left trigger to throw grenades, but right trigger to swap weapons, and then left bumper to aim down your sights, and then right to shoot, right bumper to shoot. As we can see, Matthias has ditched his glasses. I like the sunglasses though, it kind of... It's like, it fits the vibe of Mercenaries 1 more, because Mercenaries 1, you're not in it for the fame, nobody knows who you are, you're just the mercenary. Wrecking shit around North Korea on everybody's dime. Here you're more of a known entity. Solano knows who you are, everybody knows a mercenary Solano shot in the ass. And so, we've ditched the glasses. There's more personality in his tattoos everywhere. I remember that there was a contest to design Matthias's tattoos. And while Matthias's tattoos aren't exactly what the entrants were. I do remember that there was one entrant. I forget if he won one, but ultimately part of his design did end up on Matthias's tattoos. And then the contest just kind of vanished. They kind of ghosted him after that, and he would come to the forum sometime just being like, I'm not mad. I just want to know like what happened, what's up with the contest. I can see that you guys used part of my tattoo in his designs, do I get anything for this? Is anything gonna actually happen with winning the contest? Poor guy.
Amateurs!
Mercenaries 2, a game that starts off with a violent coup of a democratically elected country. I can't imagine that happening in today's day and age, can we?
There's so many of these guys. Well, one less now.
You couldn't teach universities because you don't have a bachelor's, but you could teach some parts of computer science. I mean, hey, even if it's like to kids or teenagers, that's still something. And if nothing else, Hordian, that gets them ready for when they do go to their college or whatever else, right? So that'd still be teaching the future programmers and making their careers easier. 3 of 4, there you are. It kind of feels like something about the frame rate is off to me. Like if I just like go around and do stuff, it feels fine. Maybe it's the way he walks. It feels like he's walking in chunks.
You'll need to destroy that gate. Fortunately, Solana's provided us with air support. Let me take care of that now. I need you to open your PDA so I can sync up your current GPS coordinates.
Open your PDA.
Thanks. Okay, we're good. That's a new device you've got there, so you might want to play around with it for a minute and familiarize yourself with its functionality.
Margarita.
Ready to move on? Close the PDA. This is Fiona Taylor requesting air support. Uploading coordinates now.
Roger, I am in the area and ready to deploy on your command.
Okay, we're all set. Call in the strike when you're ready.
Satellite guided
Move
bomb.
the satellite camera over the target and confirm it.
This time they put a little minigame in it.
That's that. You might want to back up from the target and get behind some cover.
Look at his mohawk look around.
Okay, come on.
You hear that? Did you hear that? There wasn't any when the explosion went off. The bomb fell, the gate blew, it went boom, and there was no static. It actually works on RPCS3 now, flawlessly. And hey, Hordian, making the book for free is making the book for free, but that is evidence of your capability. That is kind of like your own portfolio. That shows your expertise and your ability to effectively demonstrate your knowledge. That is going to help you out in a big way, I bet. Grenade.
Behind that cover! I'm stuck! Advancing on the
Like, I'm sure if you have, like, a page you could link online, where you could be like, here's something I worked on. That'll make it easy for employers to see, recruiters to see. I'm quite certain it'll help you out.
You're gonna need a set of wheels down there. Get rid of those enemies up ahead, and I'll have
Okay, no
one of
C4
Solana's
still.
men chopper in a vehicle for you.
You know, the funny thing about this tutorial, they want me to kill enemies to chopper in a vehicle, right? I can't imagine where else I would get a vehicle.
Amateurs!
engage!
Good. The area's clear. Wait right there while your vehicle is delivered.
There you are. Even though they're the exact same vehicle, if I were to skip this objective and steal that one over there and drive on over, the game kind of stalls until I clear this area out. I don't have to take this vehicle, but I have to do the killings. Otherwise, I get blocked by a wall and Fiona will refuse to help out until I come back here, shoot those 3 guys, and get this vehicle dropped in. Maybe it's just my eyes, but it feels to me like I'm kind of driving through molasses. Maybe it's an effect of having played a couple of modern games, and Mercenaries 1 didn't feel this way. It kind of feels like I'm driving for a bit and the ground is pulling forward, drive for a bit, ground pulls forward. For all I know, I could just be seeing things.
Looks like it's time for another airstrike.
I like this guy better every minute. The mercs behind us! Attack!
RPG guy on top.
Heavy weapon.
Dual 50 cows below. RPG shooting at me once I get cover.
Air support is on the way.
Great work. The road up ahead is going to be pretty tough, so I'm going to have one of Solano's men chopper in a tank for you.
See,
I've marked the next...
he was gonna say some snazzy line, but he interrupted himself, having seen the tank, just to shout, "Tank!"
waypoint.
The Jaguar tank. With proper tank treads, so it's not just a fancy APC with a turret. And actual ammo limits in my vehicles again. It was nice in Just Cause having infinite ammo in every single vehicle. But I do like the tactical consideration in only having a limited amount of ammo in vehicles too. You have to think, do I have enough ammo to just blow up everything in front of me? Should I retain some ammo in case I need it? This tutorial really wants to show off just how destructible the environment is compared to the first game. The NPC shooting machine guns and tanks is so dumb, Hordian. That's sadly the media for you. Like, even in sci-fi or whatever else, you gotta have the soldiery shooting their assault weapons at the giant alien ship or whatever, but it's very obvious that this thing is not taking a small arms fire. Cybermen are invading London. Unit is still gonna go full auto, even though it's never worked. But it actually does work in Just Cause. That was such an eye-opener playing Just Cause 2. And I think, oh yeah, a tank, finally some armor. And then what happens? But I'm running around the base in my tank, blowing everybody up, and then I suddenly die because a tank exploded around me. Not from RPGs, not from the grenades, but from everybody else with machine guns, putting little tiny bullets into the armor. Now see, Mercenaries. Mercenaries is willing to let a tank be a tank. Shooting small arms at a tank is not going to work in this game. Oh, the gate's still up. In that case, tank.
Blow it up!
Yeah, the entirety of Just Cause 2, I was just like, I wish this was Mercenaries, I wish this was Mercenaries, I wish this was Mercenaries. This time around, we're gonna see how much Mercenaries 2 holds up against Just Cause 2. I'm not going to compare it directly with Just Cause 3, because Just Cause 3 was a very refined game, produced or released in 2015. That is over half a decade after Mercenaries 2, so I better hope it's an improved product. But for Just Cause 2 at least, Mercenaries 2 and Just Cause 2 is more contemporaneous, so I will be picking favorites among my children. From Just Cause 2 and Mercenaries 1, even though Mercenaries 1 is the older game, I did prefer Mercenaries 1 in the end. But we'll see how these two do.
Who the hell are you? I'm Nielsen. Solana sent me here to get you.
Where's the rest of your team?
I suffice.
So you're a merc. He knows a good deal when he sees it.
Good
Let's
deal,
get the
you
hell
say.
out of here.
Matthias, welcome back. Job well done, brother.
You should have come along. People running and screaming in fear. You would have fit right in.
Well, they have the oil. Universal Petroleum will be our
Excuse me,
first...
Mr. Solano.
Ah, Matthias. I have another job that needs doing.
First, I get paid.
I'm sorry, the job is not for you. The job is you.
Dun dun dun!
Tomorrow, General Carmona's troops will roll into the capital, and I will be Venezuela's new leader.
Sure.
This means there will be many bounties on my head. I can't have your friends hunting me. It's bad for business.
So is this. Now I have to kill you.
Sorry, brother.
You piece of...
The tone is so much more action movie-y than Mercenaries 1 is, but also so much more goofier.
No!
Like, you know, the piece of bleep is played for comedy. They could say shit if they really wanted to. The whole, your reason for invasion is you got shot in the ass is very comedic.
Matthias, please, sit down.
He can't. He got shot in the
Upper
ass.
thigh.
We're leaving Venezuela tonight.
No.
Solano controls the army now. It's not safe to operate here.
I'm used to people trying to kill me, but this is something personal.
Yeah, no one shoots him in the ass and gets away with it.
And he didn't get paid.
Your time has come, Hordia, and you enjoy your sleep. You did a lot of good work today. Everybody pays.
Everybody pays. Blanco Carmona. You.
Practically the secondary tagline for the game.
Reports continue to flood in from Venezuela, where billionaire industrialist Ramon Solano has seized.
Caracas has become a military installation.
Solano's the first person to effect change who's not a general or a...
All eyes now turn to the Latin American country, which possesses an estimated 1/3 of the world's strategic oil reserve.
The oil revenues should be going to the people. It belongs to them.
It's them. It doesn't matter how you split it. This Carmona guy.
These people have suffered poverty and injustice through administration after administration.
Good old composer Chris Tilton.
They're not opposed to Solano. They're opposed to anyone running the country but them. It's not martial law. It's a curfew. We have curfews in America.
I'm kind of seeing elements of Saboteur in this, like, introductory takeover video reel.
Tell me that profit isn't being made at the expense of the people.
President Solano, meanwhile, promised to throw his own considerable resources behind his programs to turn Venezuela into, as he put it, a South American superpower.
The oil belongs to you, the people, and from now on, you will profit
All Solano had to do was maintain Matthias on retainer. If he was so worried about somebody else hiring him.
I just want to go on record as saying I think this is a mistake.
Fiona, if you want to leave, go right ahead. I can get Solano on my own.
Are you kidding? You'd be broke in a week if I wasn't here to tell you where to go.
Look at that. Something. Is this just my eyes? Because something about the way it drives feels kind of chunky.
Alright, if we're gonna do this, let's do it right. We need a base of operations.
Well done, Matthias.
Solano's villa.
I meant to do that. I'll just get it behind the 50 cal. Purposefully getting behind the 50 cal, getting some more ammo. In this game, the extra ammo isn't tracked as like just individual extra ammo. You have a magazine size now, and when you reload ammo, you're just ditching one magazine regardless of how much ammo was in it to put in another. So you kind of have to be a little bit careful about it because you could end up throwing away a perfectly good, almost full magazine to get like 2 or 3 back, and you don't get the remainder. That's all tossed. It's a cool system. It took a bit to get used to, but I actually kind of like that.
Let the Allies invade. China too. We're more than a match for them.
No one knows where Solano is. He evacuated his villa, but I'm sure he's keeping an eye on it. This will be a great way to send him a message.
My kind of message. Hello? Boom!
Turn left here.
Firing on the motorcycle!
I have got to stop flying off of there. That's like, I didn't blow up my bike, did I? Where's my bike? Was it caught in the crossfire? Oh, looks like it was. I don't see it anywhere.
Hey, you on the 50 cal. How would you like an airstrike?
Who's honking? Oh, that guy's gonna take the prone position.
Solano's left a few squads of Carmona's soldiers to protect his villa. He probably wanted to make sure the locals didn't loot the place.
Oh, RPG.
I don't want to loot the place. I just want to kill everyone and see Solano's home.
Definitely feels like a balancing choice, making the RPGs giant slow fireballs for easy to dodge. Gotta take over Solano's villa first. Somebody is hiding behind here. I got no. I can do grenades. Oh, missed him. That's my warning shot. What have you got for me? Money? Machine pistol?
A little inaccurate, but it shoots so fast. Behind that tree.
No machine pistol for me. Oh, money, 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 money.
Good. What do I get?
When one of my exes was still with me when this game was this game was being produced, there was a pre-release event that Pandemic was doing, and because the army wouldn't let me go, I was like, "Hey, could I have some time off to go to this event?" I was like, "Nope, not gonna do it. You can't go." Aww. I sent my partner at the time instead in my place, and she thought it was so funny, like trying this game out. Because let me see. Where's a good example of something to toy around with? But basically, when these props fall apart, right? You can kind of just push them around. There wasn't really much weight to them. And so she thought that was kind of goofy. She had fun though. She made some friends with the pandemic team. So she had a good time. I got a free copy of Mercs 2. And some other additional swag.
They're behind the tree!
I need a more accurate gun than this. I do not like the lack of accuracy. Even they do the elbow to the face maneuver now. There's a couple of guys up there. And I am not a fan of how much bullet spread the assault rifle has. Ooh, nice. Took it off with one hit. Yeah, look at that. That's not a very weighty prop. Was her immediate complaint. Where is that coming from? There you are. I gotta get myself a carbine or something. The machine pistol these guys have is more for like very up-close pray and spray. I want something to point at someone, pull the button, and they drop.
What do I get?
Shotgun.
A way to shoot two of these at once.
A way to shoot two of these at once. Did he predict Just Cause?
I was hoping for a tank.
They really allow so much more of their personalities to leak through for this. So many more voice lines. Over the weekend, I found a video that was every voice line used for the 3 main Mercenaries and Mercenaries 1, plus voices for Indiana Jones and Han Solo. So it goes without saying that cut lines are also in there. And there were a lot of cut lines. There would have been like... I'm kind of glad for some of the lines that got cut, because I think that the little bit that you get in Mercenaries... I didn't do anything with that explosion. Oh good, they got back up! The workers got back up! It's a post-Mother's Day miracle. It definitely feels that those cut lines kind of imply that Mercs 1 was going to be more chattier, with more back and forth dialogue. Whereas in Mercs 1, ultimately you get commentary.
Modem here. It's embarrassing.
From the mercenary. Where here, the vibe feels a whole lot more of the cut lines, where there were a lot more actively participating in the conversation. They have a lot more they have to say. The tiny bit of footage and animatic that we have in Mercenaries 3 kind of feels like they would have gone the same way, with like more cutscene, more personality. But who was to say how the tone would have ultimately have been?
Okay, that does it for the estate grounds. I'm seeing some activity inside the villa. Go check it out.
He has his own statue of David. Add a tank for me.
Is there any resistance in sight?
There's kind of a tank in here.
We're those Majora's Mask horns.
That was it. Wait.
No.
I've got contacts closing in from all sides.
I could blow up everything we see here.
Calm death away.
Who's trying to take out my tank? I'm trying to preserve what I can. I can destroy everything. The chandeliers have fallen. I could probably break those pillars.
That's it. They're running and
The statue of David could definitely go.
Unevacuated Spanish villa secured. Contract complete.
But look at how much I preserved, right? This is a villa in good condition. The dome is still there, the statue is up, the pillars, the stairs. I've only really lost the decorative paintings, the chandeliers. And now it's a wreck.
This is our place now. Where's Solano?
No one knows. Besides, we have no money.
That's fine. Get us some money then.
It looks like Universal Petroleum has some contracts available.
Universal Petroleum?
Huge oil company. They own all the derricks in the...
They run by a woman called Rubin?
Yeah, Lorraine Rubin. How'd you know?
I know where Blanco is.
Look
Dun
at
dun
that.
dun.
She deals with Blanco. And if we find Blanco...
We find Solano. Very brisk. Just snap, snap, snap. They must have had a party in here when I was done with it.
a little practice with your basic weapon skills. I can help you out with that.
Man, I was even trying to not break the statue. They found some extra paintings just to hang them back up and put... Pretty grim, if that's the blood and viscera of the people I was blowing up with the tank. And clearly they put the tank to more use. Just have some camo netting.
Let's chat about Universal Petroleum.
I guess that's where I'm going to end up if I get shot up. Oh, they got a picture of Solano. Look at those big, luscious lips. Mmm. Mmm. So, Fiona is going to be my mission control here. Oh, she's got a little cactus.
All right, ready to get to work? We can talk about how we make contact with Universal Petroleum. Also, it might be a good idea to practice some of your basic combat skills now that we have a base of operations. I can help you with both of these.
Universal Petroleum. Emplaced Weapon Challenge Level 1. What are our talk options?
When you're ready, let's talk about Universal Petroleum. They have a contract available for us, and they know something about Blanco.
I guess that's just a store reminder. Let's do the Weapon Challenge. I forget most of this game by now, since it has been a while. I haven't quite returned to Mercenaries 2 the same way I've returned to the Saboteur in Mercenaries 1. But I'm pretty sure that doing these weapon challenges give you tangible benefits.
I know you hate target practice, but I know you love losing money. I mean, gambling. So I thought we'd add a friendly wager to your normal routine. And by friendly, I mean expensive.
Faction PMC. Simple wager between you and me. Set up and place weapons challenge on the PMC grounds. Use the weapons to blow up targets before the time runs out and you win. Destroying the cars during the challenge will pause the timer. Rewards level 2, Fiona's favorite, 1 time. Okay. I could wager all the money I had. Like, oh, max of 100,000. Okay, I just did the 1,000. Just to see how it plays. Need the refresher after all. HVTs, bounties available from every faction.
I've set up a target practice course that will run you through the different types of
This guy has a lot of busts.
Now get to the recoilless rifle and shoot down Solano's cars when we launch them. You'll stop the clock if you hit the car quickly enough.
Skeet shooting with recoilless rifle.
That was a nice explosion.
How are they launching it? Get that out of here. Block him away. Oh, another car. Oh, couldn't snipe him from the sky. Remaining cars 3, but I don't see the next one. Ooh, very good. A little bit too early.
Okay, now head to the emplaced grenade launcher and blow up the rest of the statue.
There you are. Are those cars that were supposed to blow up? They had 2 just rolled on over there. Rip the people gonna drive by this road. Oh, there's more over here.
Solano is so dead.
Bronze trophy gone shooting.
Okay, yes, you won.
Wasn't even close.
Emplaced weapon challenge level 2.
I know you hate.
If I do level 2, I get her favorites as a drop. Do level 2 then?
I know you hate target.
Could be a little quicker, now I know where the targets are.
I've set up a target practice course that will run.
Just give me 2.5 minutes for this though.
It's a good thing Solano left us hundreds of these statues.
Yeah, it sure is a good thing. We'll never run out now.
Now get to the recoilless rifle and shoot down Solano's cars when we launch them. You'll stop the clock if you hit the car quickly enough.
She's making me miss the grappling hook. Come on. Could put him far away.
Oh, smells good.
Plus 5 seconds. Another distant learner. That would have been good. Oh, I hate when they go over there. That's so far away. Cars remaining. Come on! This is cars remaining 0.
Okay, now head to the emplaced grenade launcher and blow
It was
up
still
the
on.
rest of the
Was it
statue.
still on fire or something? That's okay. I just have to finish it.
Let's see if you can beat that time again.
Oh. Seemingly, I didn't have to blow them all up. There were still a few that survived.
Okay, yes, you won.
New stockpile item. There's level 3,
You hate.
but there doesn't seem to be reward for level 3 onwards.
I know you hate target practice.
Grenade launcher cores for you to beat. Use a launcher to blow up the targets. You can only fire from behind sandbags. Fiona's favorite times 2. Okay, let's try it.
Okay, I got the grenade launcher course set up. You want to give it a shot? Just remember to ask the grenades to get them over or around obstructions. See if you can beat my time.
To beat her time. That makes you think that maybe someday Fiona might have become an actual playable mercenary herself. I see things on the roof.
Get back behind the sandbags. You're not allowed to fire from in front of them.
I don't know what she's talking about. I'm back here.
Get back behind the sandbags. You're not allowed to fire from in front of them.
Oh, they're behind those.
Fire!
Not bad. Let's see if you can do it even faster.
Even faster. Well, I was 4 seconds away from 1 minute and 30.
All right.
More money for me.
I know you hate.
So level 2 gets me Fiona's favorite. Pistol challenge.
I know you.
More Fiona's favorite times 3. I think I'm done for now. In fact, let me look it up. See if there's anything else that I get. Got a couple of tags in the McCall thing. Let's see. Mercenaries 2 weapons challenges. I've had it with the weapons challenges! Game Faction 2008. Weapons challenges, Xbox achievement, part of 100% completion? The weapon challenges given Fiona, part of 100%. They're truly a pain in the ass. It's linked to this up for me to appreciate it. Yes and no. Some unlock shop items and some don't. Just the shop item ones are needed. Level 3 of Fiona's unlock costumes, but not counted as shop items. Well, I don't have to complete it. I just want to see if I get any bonuses.
I've done some research on that American oil company that Blanco is involved with. They're called Universal Petroleum. Before Solano took over, they had exclusive rights to drill for oil and only gave the Venezuelan government a ridiculously small cut. Good business.
American business.
For the oil company.
Yeah, not so good for the Venezuelans. UP maintains several guarded compounds down the road in the city of Maracaibo. They signed a deal with Tactical Solutions for private military support, but those mercs are all low rent. Solving some problems for UP senior executive here, Dr. Lorraine Rubin, should show them how much more useful we can be.
Solano's thugs ordered a shipment of guns from UP. So the guns back, return the shipment to UP HQ. Maybe they'll talk to us about Blanco. 500 per gun, let's do it. Everything can be destroyed, the game promises.
Location of the guy who hijacked Universal Petroleum's gun shipment.
Whee!
They've been looking for these guns for days, and you find them in 5 minutes.
I have skills with a Z.
Krista had so much fun with this. Just pushing these giant heavy pots around. Okay, skills at the Z. Let's take your car and go. Fiona's Racing Inferno.
With my car.
I'm being careful.
You can set a route with your PDA's GPS. I'll walk you through it.
Max, you're in.
Open the PDA.
I think we can do better though.
I didn't crash into him, that's good.
You need to be looking at your PDA to set the GPS.
Have a meeting in 15 minutes.
Okay.
Place a beacon on the blip and you'll be set. Good. Now you can follow the GPS.
Fine, I'll spare him. I repeated this mission so many times because this is my test, the audio and the graphics mission, since it's pretty close to the HQ. There's plenty of shooting going around.
Many of these guys. Well, one less now.
Also, they have a boat over there with a 50 cal on it. And now it's dead. Keep away from the cargo.
Enemy sighted! Attack!
Mercenaries 1, Matthias kills all business. He's smarmy, he'll have stuff to say. But he feels more professional than Mercs 1. In this, he's letting all loose. He's a lot more maniacal, I'll put it as. Gotta start the game by blowing up stuff. Money! More rockets. Take more ammo, but I'm already at max ammo.
Blow something up.
Alright. This game has many missions where the objective is to cart something from point A to point B. And the more you lose your cargo, the less you get, or you might just end up losing. And nobody knows to just put a tarp over it. A little bit of netting, some bungee cord. They all just let things hang loose in the back to fly out. Fiona, then let's... I have like $150,000 in Matthias's personal funds, not even counting the PMC stuff. How about we put in for a tarp? A tarp, some rope, some bungee cables. This is very bombastic music for me trying to drive like a grandma.
You're being followed. Careful, VZ trucks are moving towards you.
Ooh. So nice of that woman to just disappear into the ether for me. That guy is trying to get in my way. He's trying to make me bump off guns. Let's go around. I could just drive through that barrier. Well, I'm not gonna risk losing these weapons. It's $9,500. I gotta be very particular about my $9,500. That's a lot of money, okay? Gonna keep on here until that little triangle gets closer. Nice city, though. And what seems to be a more fleshed out city than the one in Just Cause 2. Just Cause 2 had lots of stuff, but there were lots of empty stuff. I think I'm gonna turn left here.
Enemy sighted!
You're almost there.
Careful. Not so quickly, Fiona. I gotta think about my payday. I don't want 9,500 to become just 9,000. I bet you for the speed run, you probably just like go as fast as you can. And as long as you got like one gun left, you're fine. Exit the vehicle complete, but I go back in.
Nice haul. Yeah, we'll need those guns.
You mean my guns now?
Now go talk to Dr. Rubin.
$9,500 total.
Excellent.
No, my guns are gone.
Money. Now you need some contacts within Universal Petroleum who can sell you supplies. Keep working with them, and I'm positive we'll get introduced to someone who can hook us up.
Speaking of which, do I have better guns I could use? Stockpile, supplies... Fiona's faves is what? I prefer a lighter combat load, since I'm usually sitting around all day. A personal defense weapon, some grenades, and a block of C4 just in case to do a little heavy lifting. Nah. I got one available, and it costs 40 fuel. I have 125 fuel out of a potential 300 tops. No other supplies, no vehicles, no airstrikes. Yet.
Let me in. I got the guns you lost.
Who's asking?
Nilsson, I'm here for your boss.
Oh, right. You're the Merc Solano shot in the ass. Hey, thanks for
The
the
entire
gun.
world knows now.
But Dr. Rubin, you know, she's got us. Maybe she don't need you.
I'm not really the negotiating type. Let me in, or I kill you all.
Tell you what, do us one more solid, and I'll buzz you in.
I'm listening.
We need you to retrieve some high-end equipment. Classified tech, can't say much. The eggheads at our satellite facility whipped it up. Just get over there and tell them you're there for the Devastator. Bring it here, and we're square.
The Devastator for Faction UP. A favor for opening the gates. Retrieve their one-of-a-kind vehicle, the Devastator, for 25,000. Double their guns. Double what they were offering for their guns. Gotta compile those shaders.
How many hoops do I have to jump through for these guys?
Just keep your eyes on the prize. Dr. Rubin knows about Blanco. This will get you a meeting with her.
Yeah, I love meetings.
Just down the road a bit.
They're sending you to a UP defensive position. It's in the middle of a hotspot where BZ and UP are duking it out.
Duke!
I've marked the man in charge.
Oil. No better weapons, no better weapons. Just VZ assault rifles.
Enemy sighted! Going in!
Damn, they got their own recoilless rifle here. Maybe they don't need me after all then. Casually sitting right here despite the gunfight.
I'm here for the Devastator.
Yeah, the Devastator. Right, over there.
I see it. Unbelievable.
Gotta remember to catch the game.
Oh, the Devastator! This giant tank! It's an okay tank. It's an alright tank. UP doesn't have the best for hard tech. The Devastator!
Kidding me. This isn't funny.
Well, I think it's pretty funny.
That's because you don't look like an idiot.
Ooh, be careful. Might be more bike than you can handle.
It's like working for frat boy.
You wanted to stay and find Solano. That means you have to ride the little pink bike.
A game that takes itself super seriously.
Actually kind of cute. I think I'll take it. Don't damage it, and don't rip the little tassels off.
And it even has a nice song on the radio.
Job done. Now quit your bitching and go see Dr. Rubin.
Oh, they'll say bitching, but they won't say shit. Easy 25k. I'm keeping this, alright?
That huge monolith towering above everything in Maracaibo is the headquarters of Universal Petroleum. You'll find Dr. Rubin in there.
What is that X in the corner? Oh, civilian disguise, maybe? So if I go out here and off to the side, where if I go behind the building then, meter filling up, but there's no eyes on me. And now I'm disguised as a civilian. Disguised as civilian. They don't know who this is on the bike. That's cool. So you have to lose your disguise to be allowed in. No civilians allowed in here. No C4 still. Gotta find myself some C4.
I must say you're being completely unreasonable. There's over 2,000 people here. How could we possibly get them all out in 6 hours? Listen, why don't we meet and talk about this in person? I can have a car pick you up, we can get a latte, and... Damn.
Sounds like you got a problem.
You're the mercenary my security people told me about.
Want the ass, yes.
Well, I'm glad you're here. This presents a fantastic opportunity. Welcome to Universal Petroleum. I'm Dr. Rubin. Are you available for a contract right now?
I'm always available, but I need something from you.
Anything you need, I can provide. I'm here with only one instruction. Keep the oil flowing. I'm empowered to use any And all methods, including you.
I want Blanco.
Blanco. I'm familiar with him. When Solano has bad news for us, he sends Blanco. I had my people try to set up a meeting with him, but apparently he's meeting with some of Carmona's brass later.
Where?
That you're gonna have to find out for yourself. You help me out, and I'll tell you when the meeting's happening. Then you'll just have to find out where. The local guerrillas might know more. They've been after Blanco for a while.
All right, let's hear it.
Blanco should have taken his own advice and ditched.
Strategy of corporate disincentivization. His men kidnapped my marketing VP, Victor Contreras, and are threatening to kill him if Universal Petroleum doesn't leave Venezuela within the next 6 hours.
6 hours?
I don't think Solano's men are particularly bright.
Or they don't care to make an example of him.
Cell phone. I'm going to loan you my helicopter pilot, Ewan. Ewan can drop listening posts that allow you to triangulate the kidnapper's location. Find them and rescue Victor. Once you've got him, alive, Ewan can bring him back here.
And you tell me about Blanco's meeting.
I'll tell you when it's happening. Believe me, I want Blanco and Solano taken out as badly as you do.
No, you don't.
You want Blanco, I want Victor back. We'll pay you. Will you accept the contract?
I could leave, and then I'll have to come back and accept it to continue the game. VZ thugs kidnapped a UP executive, provided helicopter support, delivered listening posts, tracked the kidnappers, and rescued the hostage. 500,000 and 250 oil. That's gonna bring me up to my maximum. I do like how these contracts have already elevated from like 9,500 to 25,000 to 500,000 in oil of my own.
I have no choice. Besides, I get to kill some of Solano's thugs. I'm in.
Mechanics can use spare parts you find in the world. Oh yeah, there are custom vehicle stuff.
Worried about the fact that the whole country's collapsed and her employees are being kidnapped?
Why would you worry? She's got her own jet. First sign of trouble and she'll be back in Texas.
The first thing you'll have to do is set up 3 listening posts so I can get a fix on the kidnapper's cell phone when they call.
What's the closest? 1, 2, then on back over here.
I've identified the best places for the listening posts.
Fire at will!
Who's Will? Poor Will.
Forward! Enemy sighted!
Okay, Mercenary. This is Ewan Devlin, Universal Petroleum Helipilot in the air and ready for your signal.
This is going to get hairy, Devlin. Are you ready to dodge air fire?
Sure, I get danger pay.
Heh.
Very nice. Universal Petroleum has oh so generously given us a few support drops you can call in. Enjoy them.
Oh, what do we got? UP supply drop, better have a carbine or something. Raven vehicle, cluster bomb.
I'm just in it for the cash.
Are they free though? Also, I'm going the complete wrong way. I should have gone down that road under the highway.
Careful, that's Matthias.
Behind the cover!
Gotta go up that mountain. Nah, I think I'll stick with my current route GPS. I'm fine.
Enemy soldiers approaching! Hey, it's the gorilla! Shoot him!
I seem to remember that there was some bugginess with spare parts.
I hate Venezuela. Hot all the time, shooting at you. Enemies here!
He's always free to go back to Myrtle Beach. Sam up in the air. So you gotta take that out before we get Ewan in here.
Damn it, heavy weapon.
Yeah, get inside. Get inside. Where's my hijack point? I also want that helicopter. No grenade this time, just knock him out. They have more heavy APCs around here. I just jumped out! What am I doing? Just standing in place, very smart. I want that helicopter. Oh, very nice. Shooting down the helicopter makes a big enough explosion to take out that.
I love APCs. Crunchy. I'm manning the APC.
Who's manning the APC? Not you. Okay, I need to not keep getting shot at. I need to get behind cover and order in... Are these free supplies? Free cluster? Free supply drop? But there is Sam. Hey, health back up to 53 though. That's quite a bit of,
It doesn't even hurt.
It's quite a bit of health regeneration. What are red boxes? Organs? Actually, given the health packs, maybe.
Someone's on the 50 cal.
Should have been more guys in here shooting out from the cover of the concrete windows. Whoa! Using your anti-air gun on a soft target. That's not for a Geneva Convention. Okay, next door. I just jumped down? I don't think that's gonna be very safe. Who was that? You. Bigger gun, automatic rifle. The aim feels just as bad, but maybe it has a higher power.
Tell Solano Carmona to send more troops.
Boom, boom. Hey, got it.
Hey, you on the 50 cal. How would you like an airstrike?
What do I hear? I thought I heard more rotors, but that might have just been 50 cal emplacements. Going doom, 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 doom. Oh, alarm. I could turn that off, couldn't I? Listening post delivery via smoke.
On my way. Try and stay alive until I get there, eh?
Where you at, Ewan? My future helicopter to be? And of course, no other VZ's gonna come up here.
Ugh, I thought you said it was going to get hairy. Bring it on.
So Fiona, that's how it works? I call this Irish guy and he brings me whatever I need? How come I don't have an Irish guy?
Well, we agreed to work alone ever since Montenegro, but if you're up for expanding the team, I'll see what I can do.
So many of them.
Montenegro. Maybe we could do like a prequel or integral series, you know? Okay, next one. We'll do this next. Wait, what I press? No, I pressed cancel! I pressed cancel by accident! I didn't mean to press cancel! I pressed cancel. I was having fun and I pressed cancel. Since we're here anyway, we'll do this one first. Wait, hold on. Back is what I want to press. Back, back, back. Is that already done then? That's already marked as done. Huh.
Listen, I don't care, man. I'm just in it for the cash.
Could you like speed warps then? By tactically restarting mission to go back to a closer place and just skip objectives.
Enemies here! I hate Venezuela. Hot all the time, people. Okay. I'm telling you, man, it's real.
Oh, it's not in here, it's out there.
Enemy soldiers approaching! Sun just beating down on my head.
What is that I see before me? Tank! Gimme, gimme, gimme. Different songs for different vehicles to hijack. Thankfully, all the machinery is okay. Got myself a door. And back to the beautiful Mercenaries experience of blowing all the enemy spawning buildings. If I can get through here. Don't mind me, just trying to get over this hill. So what have we got? There's a siren. No alarm for you guys. Should have been the first thing you guys tried to grab. Okay, this was like an easy place anyway. Oh no, they don't.
Here you go, boss.
Mule's doing alright. Oh, they got another boat over here. There's no benefit to blowing it up. Yeah, see, 2 of 3.
Another post. One more to go.
So even after...
What would you do without me?
Fiona, what's the story? When do I get my own Irishman?
I had a lead on a pilot who was working for the PLAV, but apparently they heard about you and East Timor, so no deal. Still looking.
And what, that's C4. Deadline! There's a time limit? It says there's a time limit. They said I have 6 hours. 15 minutes is not 6 hours. I should just take a faster vehicle, but it's a tank. Want me to play a Mercenaries and not get at a tank?
That building's attacking me.
If this is on a PS3 or an Xbox 360 connected to the internet, these billboards were updated to get shitty ads on them. And they're like, oh, don't worry about it. You guys can blow up the billboards and you get some extra money. So if you don't like the ads, you could just destroy the ads. No. EA was not a very healthy relationship for Pandemic. Damn invaders, he says, and this damn invader has a tank with how much ammo? 30 something still? "13 minutes from my going. Just up the hill here." Guard tower for you. Oh, they got their own tanks here. Had their own tanks here. No one's going for the alarm, huh? I see one guy trying. Oh, they're firing from the building? They can fire from the building.
On my way. Try and stay alive until I get there, eh?
Uh-huh. I guess we could keep you. 255 oil, 250.
That's the last post. Just in time. The kidnappers have called Ruben. She's patching me in. Being unreasonable. We should meet and talk about this in person. Is there a coffee shop near you?
Mr. Solano made it clear, gringa. If you don't leave Venezuela, we will kill your man.
Please understand, I'm on the phone with our head office every 15 minutes, but these things...
Oh, there's no actual marks on the map. It's just on the mini-map.
You know how it is.
Enough! We gave you the timetable. This is only the beginning. Leave our country or first this man, then others will die.
Yeah, I don't think they're buying it. They're gonna kill the executive in minutes if you can't find him first.
In minutes,
Okay,
huh?
I've got a fix on him.
That's not too far away. Easy peasy.
We only have a little time before they kill the exec.
So, you...
Just a block or so away.
You and what kind of deal do you have with the UP?
Well, you know, the pay's not much, but the benefits are great. And that Reuben bird's easy on the eyes, you know what I mean?
How do you like to come and work for my outfit? I need a helicopter pilot to deliver vehicles and ordnance in the field.
I don't know. I'm the type of feller that needs a lot of action, you know? You seem pretty low-key.
Yeah. Just give me a ride back to the villa and make you an offer.
That's fair. Let me know what you want me to
Oh, wait, no, he's on a moving vehicle. Okay, in that case. Taking this. "10 minutes, that's so much time. Okay, just gotta do action hijacking now.
The truck is heavily armored on all sides. It can only be hijacked from the rear.
It's a good thing they don't have much torque in their engine, no horsepower. Whoops, wrong one. Don't push me out! Ah, you pushed me out, you jerk! Sometimes it's mash, sometimes it's press, I gotta be careful.
Good guy, can't you tell?
Oh, thank God! Well done! Now get him safely back to Universal Petroleum. Honest, unobtrusive little hole.
Okay, so since we got this guy anyway, we're in a safe spot. I got freebie drops. Free cluster! No, UP supply. Let's see what UP supply gives me.
Here you go, boss.
Oh, he's still with me. As he's following outside the vehicle. Ewan, don't crash on the buildings. Ewan, you dropped it so far away. What the hell, man? Carbine will take.
Maybe a helicopter.
It might not be as powerful, but at least the bullets land where I tell them to. Give me more ammo.
Here you go, boss. Put it to good use.
More free ammo. Now there's no timer. There, 27 rounds and 15 extra magazines. Meow. I was kind of waiting for somebody UP to die so I could just take their gun. But they're giving freebie anyway. Around here. Roadblock just means drive on the sidewalk.
Damn invaders! Okay. Enemy sighted! You're behind that building!
And...
Okay. Thanks. Hey, you were great. I'll catch you later. I got a presentation in 10 minutes.
He just got rescued.
I'm all set here.
Brilliant. I'll swing right down.
Enter the lucky lady. On Twitch? You can't do that on Twitch.
Hop on in,
Oh.
and I'll bring up the nav map for you.
Oh, he's over there. Why not the helipad? Making me walk all the way around, Ewan.
They just don't pay me enough for this gig.
All right, where to, boss?
Back to our HQ now. PMC. Choose landing zone. There. Have to land on the H. There's no other H's right now, huh? I'll get more H's as I play the game. For some fast traveling. Fast traveling without having to be stingy with flares.
All right, follow me. There's someone I want you to meet.
All right. I love meeting people.
Da, 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 da. 500,000. Earn a bronze trophy, dirty deeds.
Fair bit of scratch in this place, isn't there?
And you are?
I am intrigued. But me mum always called me Ewan.
Don't shoot him yet. We need a helicopter pilot.
That's me, miss. You must be his support.
My partner, Fiona.
Have you ever flown in a war zone before?
Well, not intentionally.
Then why should we bring you on?
Because I'm charming and clever and the best rotor man in Venezuela.
Come on, Fiona. Can we keep him?
Like he's a puppy.
We do need a helicopter pilot. Welcome aboard.
But it turns out he's one of Solano's men playing mole. He's gonna shoot us in the back. UP inflatable, supply drop available.
Ewan moved in. He found a spot upstairs. Tell him I said nice
Close
job.
quarters combat kit. C4 supply drop. New bounties for Universal Petroleum.
Oh, hey, boss. Just hanging out. You know, waiting for your call, always at the ready. Please don't shoot me.
I can't pull my gun. He has glasses, why don't I? Information about Eva.
Hey, boss.
While I was flying for UP, I kept hearing about this mechanic named Ava. Everyone seems to hate her. Carmona, Solano, even the gorillas. Figure she's right up your alley.
Winching challenge? What do we get for
Hey,
this?
boss, feel like a friendly bet? Win back some of the scratch you pay me?
Get the toolbox with a specified height. You win. You win's wager. For 45k. That's it? That's all we get? Nah. What I do have to do, though...
I had some lovely Venezuelan ladies here, but I accidentally detonated something in the stockpile and they screamed and ran away. I have this effect on women.
What I do have to do is pee, since a diet consisting solely of tea takes a lot on the bladder of you and me, so... Oh, he's even got a little flag over there.
I think maybe if this keeps up, the workflow I mean, we could probably go public. Get investors, sell stocks. What do you think?
We have a stack of cash over here now that we have like $500,000. Another big stack of cash. It's pretty fun trying to get stockpiles of stuff and loads of money and seeing it all pile up. And then you spend a few airstrikes and it all goes away again.
Hey, I'm just reading the news sites, some independent blogs. Amazingly, not everyone hates us. A lot of the civilians think we're Venezuela's only hope.
How do they find out about us?
Wonder if we could get them to pay us.
Introduction to PLAV Sniping Challenge.
I know you.
Just more Fiona's favorites. Let me do some free roam stuff for a little bit. Now that we have a pilot, so we can call in some support to pick stuff up. Especially oil. Since we have a capacity of 300 so far, I'm pretty sure that I gotta winch more oil to steal as my own to increase my capacity. So first, I'm gonna drop this over here, turn on the BRB scene, and where's the little filter thing? There. And I will be back in a minute. Gotta feed the cats too. I like how the moment the song goes, brang, it just cuts off randomly. Alright, back from my BRB. Onyx nominally should be getting his food around 4 o'clock. But he just wants to laze about right now, which is fine. I'll simply have to feed him a little bit later when he does start begging for food. Nearby airstrike.
Airstrikes are expensive, so you really should think about acquiring them out in the field if you find them. Now that we have Ewan, you can tag the munition and have him extracted back to the PMC.
Now, I would count this as being part of Solano's lawn. Can't I just... Oh, it's a baby! Artillery strike.
Hey, Ewan, how would you like to make a quick buck?
Okay, it's tagged. Resource pickup.
I'll send Ewan right out.
There's also money over here. So we got the bombs, but who's gonna launch it?
Nice find.
It even takes the money, so it's not 2 deliveries. If they're tagged, he'll pick them all up in one go. Well, this is all the more reason then for me to try to get to these places and tag what I can.
It's a war zone down there. Too hot for me.
Chopper repairs? Come on, man. He probably bumped himself. Bombing run I'll
Ewan,
take.
how would you like to make a quick buck?
Busy? Oh, I should have tagged all 3 before calling him out then. He's almost done.
Now that we have a helicopter pilot, you can
coming in for a pickup.
Fuel tanks. Well, Fiona, maybe you should have started talking before I lobbed my grenade out. Billy Goat
This road
Matias.
runs all the way around the lake. West takes you to Maracaibo, east gets you to Caracas.
Verify? Ooh, we got targets on the ground already. Destroy targets. Is that just challenges? Blow up some VZ-occupied buildings that are dangerously close to the business operations. Recommend 3 times C4 drop. Grenade launcher drop, Warhorse patrol boat, rogue transport. Oh, those are the rewards. 1 target, 3 targets, 5 targets, 8 and 13. Cool. Capture or kill all the targets. You know we gotta capture them. Standing bounties. For the destruction of PLAV assets. Okay, well. You know me, we gotta save first. Because there is no kill HVTs. What is kill or capture? It's capture.
Gotta remember to catch the game.
But I am gonna get more fuel. Hey bros, we're working together now, right? Mikasa e Sukasa? And so my oil's your oil? Already at max. Oh, it says capacity. How do I increase capacity then?
I reckon it's only a matter of time before Solano makes us an offer.
Weight bench. Give me your bike, give me your bike, give me your bike, give me your bike, give me give me your bike. Oh yeah.
Solano promised it would end.
Solano promised it would end, being having your vehicle taken by an angry Swede. There's a couple of oil things to my left. Right ahead.
Pulling out!
So I wanted to grab this for capacity. But if it's not stealing the tanks themselves, how do I increase my capacity?
Don't pay me enough for this game. Stand down, it's Matthias.
I feel like Matthias on a motorcycle like this is kind of fitting.
UP's high-risk liabilities nearby. Remember, they're paying you to verify them. High-value targets are worth twice as much if you keep them alive. If you want to capture that target alive, get up close to him, knock him down with a melee bash, and subdue him. Then you can call in for an extraction from the faction that issued the bounty, and they'll send a chopper over to pick him up. Make sure he's not killed in the line of fire, or you'll lose the bonus. Of course, if you don't want the extra money, I found one of UP's high-risk liabilities nearby.
Fiona, you told us.
They're paying you to
You were still telling us. Hey, gentlemen. Gentlemen. Ooh. They weren't exactly hostile.